My name's Brianna, and I'm here with my co-host Mary. And if
Hey,
I
girl,
seem
hey.
a li-
I just kind of dropped a bomb on Brianna
I'm a little
right
shaken up
before
right now.
right before we went live.
I need like a
So,
fan.
first of all, I would like to give Instagram account
Ooh.
Uncensored 90 Day credit here because they posted a story to Google Deontay Sierra nude because Deontay a couple of days ago, I don't remember when, posted to his story reminding everybody that he had an OnlyFans account. So I guess
It's worth it. Sign up. Sorry.
I guess someone signed up for it and they leaked the pics. So I had Brianna Google it, and as you can see, she's flushed.
I'm feeling a little. Oh my goodness.
Paging Deontay. You got
Deontay.
Brianna all flushed over here.
Deontay, I'm a little taken aback. He refers to his naughty bits as the monster on this episode of Life After Lockup, which I was like, guys who named their dicks are such idiots. And then Mary just sent me this picture. Took it all back. Deontay, you name that thing whatever you want. In fact,
it's on Google, people.
The monster should have his own show, and I'll pay extra for it. That's all I'm saying.
I wouldn't go that far.
Okay, you wouldn't. I am.
I would not go that far.
Woo! Lord of mercy.
No,
Deontay, call me. I'm just saying.
Deontay, you could call Brianna. It's all right.
I did not see this coming at all. And this happened right before we signed on.
Yes, so
it's funny. Before well, you kind of hit me with this. And it's funny because earlier today I was watching Auntie's review of this episode of Life After Lockup, and she was talking about Deontay referring to his naughty bits as the monster, and she's like, I believe it. And I was like, whatever. And I'm like, okay.
Well, now you can find out for yourself on Google.
Woo! Deontay. And also, Lindsay, what were you thinking, girl? I don't know what you did, but you blew it. Hi, Capricorn 11. Welcome back. We missed you last time around. Hi, everyone.
Hi, everyone.
Ooh.
Hi, Capricorn 11.
We better start with Deontay and Lindsay now that we're talking about
Google. Just Google Deontay Sierra nude, and then go to images, and in images, that's where you hit the jackpot.
I'm just about to use up all my printed ink right now. I'm going to really try to refrain from messaging him after this to make comments.
Brianna, behave yourself.
Well, listen, all I'm saying is like, hopefully he'll make a lot of money with that because he has $15,000 in collections.
Oh, so. Yes, he does. He has a lot of debt.
I feel like if you like a monster, go pay for a monster. Help this poor man get out of debt. Oh, wow. Okay, I'm gonna try to just get over that and move on. Mary did this on purpose. She like hits me with this like moments before we go live.
No, I just remember.
Yeah.
First of all, I was just hit with it a couple of hours ago. Okay. And thanks to Uncensored 90 Day on a freaking Instagram.
Like, turn the fan up in this room. The temperature
she is
just
hot
went
flashing,
up.
And I'm the one going through menopause. What the fuck?
Jesus fucking Christ.
Oh my goodness, Brianna, it is not that serious.
Okay, if you say so.
I say so.
I don't know what's going on with your man. Nothing like that's going on in my house right now. Okay. Let me just do this shot.
Just do the shot and let's go on with the episode. What do you say? And let's stop discussing Deontay's naughty bits. And let's not choke on our alcohol.
Then we can stop talking about it, but that doesn't mean it's going to go away.
I know it's not going to go away.
Oh, dear me. Okay. So you start because I need time to recover. What are we doing?
I don't know. I say we start in order.
Okay.
Okay.
Like, go on, you start. Like, kick this off. You've pushed me.
Kick it off.
You've pushed me into a place I can't come back from right away.
Okay, I'm gonna bring you back from it. This is season 4, episode 15, The Rebound and the Monster.
The monster is what
and the monster. Yes. Okay. And we start off with Sean, Sarah, Destiny, and Kelly.
Okay.
Okay. So Kelly's hair is really fucking purple. That's all I kept thinking.
I know, because when we interviewed her, she was like, I tried to make my hair really purple for this, but it was very washed out. Well, she achieved it in this episode.
Yeah, she fucking achieved it. Even when she was like talking to Sean and they were having their like heart-wrenching conversation.
Yeah.
I was
all
like,
I could think of was her hair looks amazing.
Really, really fucking purple. Really purple.
I know. And she's someone who really dresses down. Like, this is not a woman who is like, you know, I always have like 20 rings. I don't usually wear my bracelets on because they make a lot of noise, but like I always have like 50,000 rings and earrings and stuff. Kelly she has nothing. She just rocks that purple hair.
Yeah, she just rocks the purple hair.
Yeah. Yep. Mm-hmm.
So she's really trying to make Sean see the damage she has done to his kids.
Well, even before that, right? Like they leave us last time, and then, you know, we see Destiny walking down a hotel room corridor, and we see Kelly walking down a hotel room corridor, and we hear these knocks on the door, and then boom, and yes, it's Kelly at Sean's door.
And Sean's not wearing pants, of course.
And she's like, can you put on your pants? He's like, I wasn't expecting company. Oh my God. Why did okay. Now I just want to know I don't know why she asked him to put his pants on.
I mean, it's kind of uncomfortable, don't you think? Sitting there talking.
I don't know.
I would be uncomfortable.
I want to know if he has named his naughty bits the monster.
I don't want to know if he names his naughty bits the monster. Come on, Brianna. It's bad enough we have to see his ass all the time. We've seen it twice.
I just can't even remember. I remember nothing, to be honest. Like any image that was ever in my mind is completely burned out after I just saw that picture.
Brianna,
yes,
we just saw Sean's ass last episode when he was getting into the shower.
Well, it wasn't. Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Yeah. And last season, the infamous.
It was unremarkable.
Okay.
Anyway, she says, "Put your pants on."
Yes.
And Auntie was cracking me up on her review because she's telling him put his pants on. Meanwhile, it's like, look at the pants Kelly's wearing.
True that.
There's a whole lot of pants problems going on, but the purple hair is radiant. Yes, okay. Anyway, there's a very emotional moment that ensues. This conversation is difficult, and I sort of feel like it's been a long time in the making.
Yes.
So they have this conversation like, you know, your kids are upset because you have sort of ignored them, and now you're replacing them with a new baby. And he's like, it's not true. I just really wasn't aware of, you know, how much I wasn't being a father. I was, you know, working and sending home money, but I wasn't being with them. And I wasn't thinking about the fact that, like, you know, this isn't really all it takes to be a father. And they're both crying. And, you know, having spoken to both of them, I was feeling that. Like, I believe Sean gets it now. He gets it.
Right. I believe he gets it now.
Right.
I believe he gets
it now. And I believe his regret is real.
Right. But for a long time, he was not getting it.
Absolutely.
And Kelly, her frustration,
she was holding it all down. Right.
And she was holding it all down.
Right.
Because he thought just sending money
was good enough.
And
but how many dads do that, right? And I did watch Auntie's review, and that's what she was saying. She's like, you know, and she's not like a huge Sean fan, but even she was like, you know, so how many men have made this same exact mistake.
Right.
Where like old school men, that was all they thought they needed to do, was to pay the bills, right?
Exactly.
But now you have a man who's looking back and going, oh my God, I really fucked up. And his one daughter is, at the airport, we'd seen her going, well, I forgive him. Holding grudges is someone, Deontay is here.
Hi, Deontay.
Deontay, the monster, has ruined our podcast forever. I'm never going to be the same. I'm not okay.
Deontay, we had to Google the monster, and Brianna is all hot and flushed.
Can you see? I almost just choked, Steph. Oh, sorry. Deontay, I can't think about you right now. I'm too moved. Deontay, I'm going to give my entire inheritance I just got from my father to your OnlyFans. That's all I'm saying. Sorry.
Brianna.
What?
Down, girl.
This is your fault. You did this to
I
me.
was simply pointing something out. I was trying to be a good
podcaster. Yeah, you pointed it out.
Podcaster. Oh my goodness, girl.
Deontay. Oh my God. Okay, I have to try to pretend Deontay is not here in focus. Never gonna look at you the same way again, Deontay. Gonna look at you even better. Gonna look at you in my dreams, Deontay.
All right, let's get back to the recap.
Okay, so Sean. Anyway, Auntie said she felt like Kelly was bitter. Having spoken to Kelly, I don't think she's bitter, but I do think her heart is broken.
I think
I only named it because they asked me. He said, fair enough. I believe that. I totally believe that. Wait, so are you trying to say it didn't have a name before? Mary, this is your fault. Mary's pissed because I'm not staying on topic.
It's okay.
Deontay. Sorry, Brianna.
Maybe he should just join us.
Deontay, I don't know how to let him.
Just send him the link. Just send.
Deontay, I'll call you later. I'm just joking.
Just send him the link and let him join us if you're going to have a conversation with him.
Okay, I'll try. I don't know how. This is all too stressful for me.
DM
Deontay,
him
do you want to? Okay, but I need to get the link. Okay, this is hard. There's so many things happening. And no pun intended, this is hard. Okay. Deontay, do you want to join us? Let me ask you this.
Intended. No pun intended.
I can't do all this. This is too much work. Okay, I'm doing it. Just in case he would like to talk about the monster.
He can't. He's getting ink right now.
Oh, okay. Good. Because I
because Brianna's too hot
handle
and flushed.
it. I'm just, yeah. Okay.
She's too hot and flushed.
I am very, very hot and bothered now. Love you. Call me later. Anyway, so Auntie thought.
Can we get back on topic now?
I am. Auntie thought that, Kelly seemed bitter. Now, as a woman who had a divorce things went very bad, like my ex-husband, who was not my son's father, my son's stepfather, kind of like blew him off. I did have a lot of bitterness in my heart because my heart broke for my child. And that's a deep thing. Anyone who, he says, or maybe for a little while, okay. Listen, man, Deontay wants to be a part of this.
Deontay, she's gonna drop the link in your Instagram.
I am,
DM.
and you can join us in a second. Now I just gotta find
the link.
Come on, man. I got the link. DM. Okay, let me just find Deontay now on our DMs. So much high tech stuff after I already took I don't know how many shots.
It's okay.
Okay, there he is. Deontay, my love. Okay, so what just happened?
I don't know.
Okay, stop it. Okay, message. There we go. All right, I'm putting the Zoom link in, and if he wants, he can join us. There Okay, I did it. Yay.
Yay.
Okay, Daonte, feel free to jump on if you choose to. Anyway, so my point is on Kelly's, I understand where Kelly would be coming from if she had tons of bitterness. It's really, really difficult to watch your children be hurt. But what I don't know if Auntie knows is that they did break up 10 years ago. Kelly has a new man who she's been with for a long time. I don't think she's bitter anymore, but I do think that if someone hurts your kid, like you don't really get over that.
No, you do not. No, you do not.
So I feel like she will always have pain. Yeah, some kind of bitterness. Yes. Right, exactly. And I also know, and I loved that Auntie acknowledged this. Sean is changing and he's reflecting. And he's talked about it. We've interviewed him twice and he's talked about seeing himself on TV has been an amazing catalyst. It's like, talk about therapy. You see yourself in the fucking mirror and you cannot lie to yourself. He has seen the errors. No. So has he been a fuck up? Yes. Is he changing? I believe so. And I truly hope so. And I want all the happiness in the world for Kelly, for Sean, for Gracie, for all the kids, for the new baby, for Sarah. Like, I actually think these are all good people who will only get better with time. And that does not include Destiny, because Destiny is a fucking bitch.
Destiny is a fucking bitch.
She's
I don't know. I can't get where her line of thinking is coming from. Like the bitch has no logic whatsoever. I mean, even her mother is trying to tell her, I don't think this is such a good idea. And she's like, no, it's a great idea.
Right.
And even like her mom. And by the way, her mom looks different from the last time we seen her.
I can't remember.
I think
Deonte's here.
Ooh.
I'm so sorry.
Okay. I'm going to cut off for Deontay again.
Deontay.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, I can hear you. I can see you. Deontay.
Yeah, I'm here with my buddy.
Oh, okay. I thought you were gonna say my love Derek was there.
No,
my secret crush.
My tattoo guy.
Oh, okay. He comes to your home. That's how much of a baller you are.
What up, Sonny?
Hey.
Hi, how are you?
Welcome to Kiki Kibbitz. Daonte, I guess you have an OnlyFans. It's true.
I've had an OnlyFans for over a year. I just never.
Okay, well, someone leaked a picture of the monster, a couple pictures, and now I have to leave my husband. That's all I'm saying.
What choice do I have? Your father, Deontay.
Yeah, I heard. That's embarrassing. People keep messaging me. You're on Google. We can see you. I'm like, oh, great.
Wow. And I bet you, all I can say is, I don't know what Lindsay did, but she fucked up big time.
I ain't commenting on that.
Are you making a lot of money on your OnlyFans? That's what I want to know.
Well, I had stopped posting on it for a while, but after that episode, I kind of promoted it and then it jumped right back up.
Well, I hope so. And did you pay back your $15,000 in collections now?
Man, I ain't
because you'd be like a millionaire.
You could use that money, pay off your debt, and be a millionaire off the rest.
First of all, I was highly pissed off that they put that on camera.
Well, because that's the monster. They were gonna.
No, not that. My credit score.
Oh, right, the credit score.
I fussed Lindsay out about that.
Yeah,
but I mean that was a while ago, so yeah, I'm good right now.
I would just I'm not everyone bankrupt. Please sign up for Deontay's OnlyFans. I wouldn't be surprised if you spent a lot of money on Nicole. We know how that shit went down. And I know that you have expensive taste in sneakers.
Yeah, she tried to get me. You heard her try to get me to sell my jeans. I said, "You crazy? I ain't selling my jeans."
That. And then I was like, "What does Lindsay mean? Like you should have acrylic boxes for your sneakers and stuff? Like you shouldn't bring down the." What is that all about?
I'll tell you what. That's Derek. He's the one. Everybody, it's him. He's the one that talks me into them Jordans. Right.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I love Derek so much. He's the coolest. Well,
But,
nothing but love for you always, but
yeah, I'm
especially
gonna let
now,
y'all finish.
honey.
I just happened to catch it. I said I probably
Yeah,
saw one.
God. Mary lays this picture on me like right before we start,
go on,
and
now
I am
she
only
can't stop
human.
thinking about it.
It's true.
I didn't know that. I didn't know y'all went looking for that. Come on, man.
Right before we started.
Let
It's
me
not my
defend myself.
fault. I'm only
They
human.
done found my news.
Listen.
I can never
There
get
is an
that out of my
IG
mind.
account, okay, that says if you want to see what Deontay is packing, to go Google Deontay Sierra nude. And you know me, Deontay, I'm curious. So I had to Google it. And then I told Brianna about it right before we went live. So now this is the result of that.
I
can't get her to focus.
I'm signing up for your OnlyFans like the minute we're done.
I hope Auntie didn't go looking for that stuff, man.
Well, I'm not going to tell her about it, so don't worry.
Yeah,
She's going to hear about it.
Auntie.
Yeah, Auntie.
You know she watches our podcast.
So
and we only find out when we say something that upsets her.
Yeah.
Anyway, we love you. Your
mom fussed me out about that. Yeah.
Oh, I can imagine. Your mom must have been like,
I just want to say, I hate when guys name their naughty bits. In this case, hey, all respect. Totally deserved.
Thank you.
Well done.
Thank you.
Love you, honey.
I'll let y'all finish
another time. Take care.
All right.
Have a good night.
Later.
Thank you for calling in.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay. Well, that was fun.
That was fun. Cool.
Okay. So that just happened.
Can we get back on the subject? Will you be able to concentrate?
Sure.
Okay. Now that you got Deontay out of your system.
Okay. Okay, so you say Destiny's mom, everyone like probably just dropped off the line. They're like, can these guys just stop a moment? All right. So where are we? Destiny's mom. Yeah, whatever. The apple doesn't fall far from the tree. They're both just a hot mess. And did Destiny actually say she was a makeup artist, a freelance makeup artist?
Yes. And what the fuck is that? No way. I would not allow her to do my makeup. I would not allow that bitch anywhere near my eyebrows.
Well,
no,
I mean, if you're a freelance makeup artist, do you not at least have your own brushes? Because I'm not a freelance makeup artist, and this is just one container of my makeup brushes. Okay, you think all this glamour comes from nowhere?
I know, right?
Takes a lot of work. Anyway, so Destiny's like makeup artistry is she just like opens the compact and whatever brush is in there. And then she's gonna match her mom's eyebrows to her outfit. What if she's wearing pink?
I know.
Seriously? I don't know what to say about this. And she's still insisting. She said she's gonna go crash the wedding, and mom's all for it. What the actual fuck?
No, the mom is trying to convince her not to. She was like, "That's not a good idea."
Well, she wasn't trying very hard. I feel like she was trying because the camera's on, like, that's a really bad idea. Like, you know, when you're saying something just because you feel like you should. Mm-hmm. Anyway, sometimes it's better to live and let live. She's never going to get to it.
Yes, just let it go, you know. It's better just to live your life and let it go.
That's good advice, though.
Yeah.
There's many times I wish I had had that advice or probably had it, but didn't take it. Yeah. Anyway, let's move on, shall we?
Yes.
I'm like so thrown off.
I know, me too. I'm
just not okay.
This is just a hot mess express, but that's okay.
Just with the emphasis on hot. Anyway, okay, so Marcelino and Britney. Okay. I shouldn't have watched Auntie's review right before this because now I'm all influenced by everything she says.
That's why I don't watch any reviews.
I know I shouldn't have. I'm like biased.
Like,
now.
Why did you do this, Brianna?
I know because now my opinions are biased.
Okay. So. Now I was going to ask you a question, but I don't want your opinion to be biased.
Okay.
Do you think this is a bullshit storyline?
Well, and see, that's what Auntie said was she was like saying she thought maybe it was at some point, but now she doesn't know. I thought it was before, and we had talked about it, right? Like they're just manufacturing a story. I don't know the answer to that. I've never been a huge fan of Marcelino. I just haven't.
I think it's a bullshit storyline.
You do.
I do.
Do you think that their marriage is fine and everything's cool?
Yes. Yeah. I do. I think their marriage is fine. Everything is cool.
So there's this whole thing. They go out and then Marcelino wants to leave, so he invites mommy over to watch the kids. Mm-hmm. And then mom calls Britney and she's like, Marcelino hasn't been back in hours, and Britney's pissed. And it's like, well, she hasn't been home in hours either. And she's not working. So.
But Marcelino knows where she is. And she assumed Marcelino was at home with the kids.
And I mean, I don't think that's right. Like, obviously he's up to something, but is it a bad? I guess if you're not up to something bad, you like willingly admit what you're doing,
just
right?
Say, I'm here.
I'm doing this. I went to so-and-so's house. Yeah, I did this. I did that. Yeah, exactly. You think it's scripted, right?
Yeah.
And I know that because I'm looking at it in your notes over here on my other screen.
I think it's scripted.
Capricorn 11 says they're going to get divorced.
No, I think
Maybe.
it's scripted personally.
You do. You think this is
I think it's all scripted. I think her friend Shannon is doing the great part as a supportive friend. I mean, don't you think how it's weird? Like her friend Amanda is just like standing there. And
I feel like Amanda is somehow involved in all this. And I've felt that way all along. It's again, that whole threesome thing. Once you go down that road, you can't come back. But then again, Amanda's just standing there with her eyes just like this big, you know?
Yes, I know, right? It's just like,
I don't know. I'm also not that interested. It's really not that interesting. And that's what makes me feel like it's scripted. It's like they're just trying so hard to be relevant, because this story should have just ended at happily ever after. They've had all these kids. Life goes on, right?
And then did a little blurb, Britney got her real estate license. She's successful in her real estate career. Happily ever after.
Right. And someday you read it in the tabloids, they got divorced, whatever. But it's like, this truly isn't enough to like continue to cover these people.
It's good enough to have like one of those Starcasm or Monsters and Critic articles, not to have a whole,
Thank you, Capricorn 11. Remember when they led us to believe he was cheating and he was really getting tips on being a better poker player? I forgot about that. Thank you. And thank you for
I was going to say,
I forgot about that.
All those times he's out of the house and she doesn't know where he is, he's fucking playing poker.
Which she shouldn't be mad at. That's like what he did for a living, right? Like,
he's playing poker, and he's not supposed to be playing poker and whatever, because he's supposed to be a stay-at-home dad, and that's his role now. But instead of being a stay-at-home dad, he's ditching that and going to play poker. That's what this whole thing is. I feel like
being a stay-at-home parent is a really fucking hard job.
It is
for that many little kids too. Mm-hmm. So if he's, freaking out and losing his shit over it and losing his self-identity, this I would not be surprised about. But of course you should talk about it. But that doesn't mean he's going to, or that he knows how to. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it could be.
Yeah.
I think this whole thing's very scripted. I do. And I really like Britney, so I hope the best for her.
Right.
And they have these little kids. I'm not like whatever. Here's the real truth. I just don't care. Like I really don't care. And that should tell you a lot. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm so uninvested in their story at this point, like whatever.
Exactly.
I don't know. And I just don't think that tattoos are a good anecdote for whatever ails you. And I am a woman with tattoos. Deirdre, I don't know why he can't play poker. He should be able to. He did it professionally, but
right, exactly.
why isn't he staying where he is? And maybe he just doesn't want to have to constantly answer her. And that's also a valid thing. Like I could see somebody getting really mad about that.
Yes, I could see that.
But bottom line, this is not that interesting. So let's talk about Daonte and Lindsay now that we talked about Deontay and had Daonte on. Wait, so the poker money helped her. So I don't know why she's acting like she's better than him doing real estate. Well, I don't either. And I don't know if she sold
the poker
anything.
money, held him down.
All money is money, you know?
Yes.
And I commend her for wanting to get her shit together. Good for you, girl.
As long as it's
I also
money.
don't know why it has to be one person is at home all the time. Like, why can't we both work and just split it up? Mm-hmm. Because I don't know. Like you and I we have one child, and I stayed home alone with my kid for 2 years. And at that point was like, I can never do this again. I cannot imagine having 3 little babies at home and staying home and not working. I'd shoot myself in the fucking head. So like, I don't know why anyone would sign up for that. If you do, good for you. I admire you. That's the hardest job in the world, is being a stay-at-home parent. I think that they should split it. So I don't know the answer to that. And yes, I agree that poker money helped her. Capricorn 11 says, so I don't know why she's acting better than him. Well, she shouldn't.
Oh,
she shouldn't. No, but she's the one who's been in prison all those years, right? So not that should define her either, but I don't know. This just goes back to the thing I always say, because I'm so wise, which is that if you think children will bring your marriage together and make it closer and better, it will not. It is the opposite. Kids are hard on marriages. Kids take all your focus away from each other. It's difficult. So don't fucking have kids if your marriage isn't rock stable, because it's not going to go anyplace good. It will not bring you together. And then one day they go off to college and you're looking across the table and you're saying, Brian Kruger, no, I'm joking. Who the fuck are you? I'm just kidding. Mary's son just went off to school. It's hard. Let's talk about the monster, Lindsay. It's so much more interesting.
Because Brianna just can't keep her mind off the monster.
I blame you.
Listen, I was just trying to be a good podcaster.
And so was I. But I'm a woman. I'm a woman first and a podcaster second.
Well, listen. Ugh. Anyway,
they're driving.
Yes.
The cops are coming.
And Lindsay immediately is like, yep.
She's got the complete PTSD, which she should, because she's got warrants like all over the fucking place.
Exactly. I mean,
I'm actually really dying to know now why they broke up, because Deontay has said to us on a personal level before, like, no, this was real love between us. Because we said something that kind of made it sound like we thought that there was a fake storyline going on. This was before the season. And all we were saying is we knew that in present tense, his relationship with Lindsay had been over. And he was like, we had real love between us. And I believe that. So I'm dying to know, like, what ended it. But so they're together and she's just like, PTSD, man, there's warrants. And here's the cops coming, Mm-hmm. And thank God there's just an accident.
Yes.
And they're just passing by.
Accident. And they're just passing by.
Passing by.
And they make it to the Airbnb with no incidents. No cops pulling them over.
Yep. Yeah. And she feels completely overwhelmed. And I believe that.
Mm-hmm.
Not to bring Auntie up again, but I did just hear. So I was listening to Auntie, and she was going to have Lindsay and Deontay on for her members, but she started giving them shit on her episode, and they both called in, and she started calling him to task on all of this. And she's like, Lindsay, you were totally working him and you were this and you were that. And Lindsay's like, I've been in therapy. I'm trying to get over it. Like, this is some real life, yes. I hope she's starting to do better. I don't know how or why. Oh, wait, Capricorn 11 says she dumped him because he's broke and owes everyone, not for long, because I'm about to put a whole bunch of money on his OnlyFans. He's going to be rich.
Brianna's going to make it rain for him.
Making it rain for Daonte.
Brianna's going to make it rain for Deontay.
So he's going to make the sex memorable.
Yes.
And I bet he did. And she's like, Scott was terrible in bed. And they show this flashback of her kissing that hideous man. Oh my God. Yes, Auntie did get on her. It was kind of an amazing thing. So we all know Auntie, who's our friend, she can be terrifying. Like I really go out of my way not to make her mad because you don't want her mad at you. She's like that principal at school who you do not want to be sent to that principal. And she started and she was mad. And she had both Lindsay and Daonte on there. And she's like, Lindsay, that you hustled him. And Daonte, you knew this and you knew that. And after a while, they were both like, I've been working on myself. Then it was like a giant therapy session. Go watch Auntie's review of this episode. It was actually hilarious and very cute. But the thing that I found cute and endearing was that Lindsay really owned up to her shit, and so did Daonte. And I think that's the important thing to know, that we're all assholes in our own way, and we're all growing. And as long as you can admit, yes, I was an idiot. Own up to your shit, apologize, reflect, like Sean, try to get better. I swear to God, thank God some parts of my earlier life were not captured on camera. I'd be humiliated.
Same.
So, I don't know. It's sad that those two broke up because they're kind of cute together, Lindsay and Deontay.
I know. But
watching Lindsay with Scott was like, I literally felt nauseated watching that whole kissing scene. It was so bad. So bad. Anyway.
So
all
I have to say is, it's bad when a felon out of jail for 2 days with warrants on her is criticizing you for your credit score.
Lindsay's good with money. She said it.
Yeah.
She's good with money. She might not be good at not getting caught for what she does with money, but I believed it. I believe she's good with money. She was convincing.
She's like, if I'm gonna marry him, all this debt's gonna be mine. No.
Valid.
What the fuck?
Valid, definitely.
So yeah.
I was kind of dying laughing too when the producers are like, so what's your pussy name? She's like, I gotta name it. Tell me this. Do you have a name for your naughty bits?
No, I do not. Do you
have a name for your boobies?
No, I do not.
I do not either. I think it's fucking weird.
Yes, it is fucking weird.
But for Daonte, I give him a pass now that I know. So then she gives the whole let's break it down. Sex after prison hurts.
Yes, I know.
I almost kind of believed it, but not that much. I feel like she's not that virginal,
No.
Yeah. $15,000 in collections. $15,000 in debt isn't that bad. $15,000 in collections is starting to get bad, depending on how much money you make.
Mm-hmm.
So everyone go subscribe to his OnlyFans. Help the man pay it back.
Make it rain.
Make it rain. Nicole took advantage of that man. He might make mistakes, but I believe essentially Deontay is a good person. I do. Let's just move on.
He just makes bad judgments.
He makes bad choices. Let us know.
A lot of bad choices. A lot of bad choices.
Capricorn 11 says, carrying thousands of dollars in cash isn't being good with money. You have a point. And my brother just tried to get me to do that when I go to Hawaii to see him in September. He's like, well, can you just bring $8,000 with me? Because my father just died and it's like inheriting. Am I boring you? I would just like to know. Are we boring you, Mary?
Sorry, we're
exhausting.
I'm tired.
Anyway, I think it's nuts traveling around with cash. I do.
Yes, it is.
Let's talk about Chaz and Branwyn. And I'm very unhappy about this. Very unhappy.
I just do not like this whole situation.
I don't either.
Chaz deserves so much better.
He really does.
Mm-hmm.
And yet, why has this man been married so many times? Like, is it just like, does he like an eternal optimist? Does he have amnesia? Does he not learn the lesson that like marriage should be built after a long time of trust being created and a strong base? Like, what is it?
I think it's option C. I think he just doesn't learn that lesson, and he has Captain Save-A-Hoe mentality. He just thinks that he could save every hoe that needs to be saved.
I agree with you, Melissa.
And you
she's not into him.
And you cannot. And she is definitely not into him.
And I agree with Capricorn 11. She was never going to sleep with him. Absolutely. He was a trick.
Hells no.
It's sad because he really loves her.
Yes,
I think even now, even though he says he's over it, even now he still loves her.
Yes.
And she's just a user.
Sad. It's sad.
Yeah. It's pathetic. Every time they get in a room alone, she finds some reason to have like a panic attack and call her AA sponsor. I was just like, really?
My husband wants to have sex with me. Are you kidding me?
I can't handle it. I've never had sex when I was sober or not getting paid for it before. He has paid for it, girl. I'm just saying, just like slowly over time.
Exactly.
He does himself no favors, though. Yeah, I agree with you, Malene. She sounds fucking wasted every time she talks.
She looks fucking wasted. When they were eating dinner, when they were eating dinner, it was like, Branwyn, stay awake, please.
Yeah, I don't like that bitch.
Okay.
And I think Chaz is a good person. But that said, why is he okay? So Chaz,
why is he announcing that he shaved his ass? First of all,
I don't know. I'm just gonna say I shave mine too, but I rarely talk about it in public. Okay?
I wouldn't tell anyone. Please.
I know. Don't talk about your manscaping. Ain't nobody interested.
We don't need to.
Don't care. We don't care. We don't care. Xanax. Yes, she does, girl. What? So fake. Yes.
Yes.
I think Chaz is a good person, but I question men who he's much older. And when I say much older, I mean my age. Chaz is my age. And she's not that young. She's not.
No,
she's like 42.
40. Yeah.
She's like 42. Yeah. Mm-hmm. But I feel like he is searching. He's attracted by something very superficial. Right. And he wants a glamorous young woman.
Trophy wife.
Okay, that's a good way of putting it. He wants a trophy wife. And that's a bad reason. Like the woman who's going to be best for you might not be the one with all the big eyelashes, but also maybe not in jail. So there's a plus.
Yeah.
So I hope there's some personal growth going on here because Chaz, there are a lot of good women around you who I'm sure would be interested.
Yes.
I'll help you write your Match.com profile. You or anyone else.
Chazzy Poo, we could help you write
drop me a DM.
Yes.
Branwyn is not glamorous, this Capricorn 11. I know she's a hot fucking mess. Seriously. She's a mess. And she is high as fuck. And she can't stay awake.
No.
Yeah. I had a friend once upon a time who was addicted to heroin, and that's what it was like going out to dinner with her. Every time we went out to dinner, she was like nodding out during dinner. So she talks about moving, and suddenly she's so overwhelmed, and she's having a pin. It's like a sponsor. I'm just like, really?
And
you
how
know it's bad,
did you
though.
even think about sex after we just talked about me
She's
moving?
always
Are you
got a
kidding me?
reason for why she's not into having sex with him. Seriously.
Sex with my husband? What a foreign concept.
Do a lot of these women seem to be relapsing, says the Ridge. I feel like yes.
Yes.
And
Yes.
definitely Hot Fucking Mess Express. But this is calculated, okay? He's a trick. She plans it. She'd love to be on the show because now that she's out of prison, she's getting paid. They don't pay the convicts when they're in jail. She's getting paid. Right. I mean, her fucking girlfriends warned him like she's never moving. So, and it wouldn't be good for her. And this poor man is just being made to look like an idiot. Yeah, it's terrible. It's terrible. So then we get to the part of the episode where what the actual fuck? Is she sucking her thumb? This girl is damaged.
That actually creeped me the fuck out because
the
at
whole
that
thing
moment,
was creepy.
He looked like her father. She was like in a fucking fetal position, sucking her thumb. It was like
she needs therapy and she needs help. And it's true, she's having a meltdown over sex, and that's because she doesn't know how to do it. She's not high or she's not getting paid for it. I'm sorry.
That yeah.
It was super disturbing.
Girl is damaged.
Gertie Birdie says, would she have a panic attack if Chaz laid cash on the table like her clients do? I'm with you. I feel like cash would really calm her down.
Yes, I think so. Yes.
Jesus Christ.
A couple of $100 bills.
It's a mess. And I know Chaz is super embarrassed by
tears,
this.
Right, Brianna? A couple of $100 bills, try to tears.
Big time. I know he's embarrassed and I feel bad for him. And I just want this man to grow up, move on, and look for a woman his own age and at his same station in life. Like, you don't need to look for someone in prison. There are many women out there. You're a great guy. You have a good job. You have a cool band. Like, there's a lot of cool shit about you.
You are a well-rounded dude, Chaz.
Big time. And you don't have to look like fucking Brad Pitt to find a great woman. No.
Right.
Big time.
Right.
And then what is this? So like she finally gets out of sex once again and they get back in the car and she's like, let's not poke the porcupine. What does that even mean?
I know.
Is she the porcupine?
I don't know.
Because ain't no poking going on there.
There is no poking at all. Not for poor Chazzy Poo. Chazzy Poo ain't poking nothing.
I just let it be said now and forever. I am a Chaz fan, and I'm a big fan of his band Pandemonic. Y'all rock. Let's move on, shall we, to our favorite couple, Britney and Ray.
Oh, yes. Britney and Ray.
Yes.
And now, the proposal scene was cute.
And
let's just get to it.
It's just so weird because we know they got married like was it a year ago? Right, so long ago. So it's so weird.
But the whole proposal scene was so cute. Britney's like, she doesn't know what's going on, and she goes and meets Ray's grandma. Right.
Who's awesome.
Yes.
I love Ray's grandma. She's
Ray's
the coolest
grandma.
chick ever. Yeah.
And it's good to see that they get along, right? Yeah. They get along and they go out to lunch, and Ray's grandma tells her, Ray is not the type of guy that would intentionally go sneaking around to hurt you. If he hurts you, it'll be impulsive.
At least she's honest. Calculating in his
won't be calculated. It'll be a dumbass mistake. It won't be calculated. So at least you know.
I feel kind of bad for Ray.
That's
He's
okay.
like, I want to ask her to marry me, but her dad hasn't given his blessing. Here's my cheat sheet for all men in the year 2022. Just stop asking for blessings. Ain't nobody care about that.
Exactly. Nobody.
You're grown up. Don't ask for anyone's fucking blessing. Seriously.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, yeah.
Just do it. So he calls Brittany. Oh, let's go out for dinner. Brittany calls her friend. Her friend's like, don't get your hopes up because the last time you did, he gave you a promise ring.
Right. So she tries not to get too dressed up this time.
Right.
And we know she's wanted to marry him for a long time.
Yes. Yeah. So they go for a walk and he pulls out a ring.
Yeah.
And there you go. She's engaged.
And they've been married for a while now, like, I don't know, 8 months.
Yeah.
Are they coming on when are they coming on the podcast? I know you've been in touch with her.
I don't know. We'll
Black Lavender says Ray always has the same expression on his face.
Yes, he does. Yes.
And he doesn't even Botox.
Ray is the human version of melatonin. I swear. Just like listening to him, you could fall asleep. He's just like so, like, chill, relax, like,
which is a good counterpart for her.
Yes, even when he's upset, he doesn't sound upset. It's like everything is in that one tone. His face never changes.
I know. She needs that though.
Yes.
I mean, we know Brittany, and we've done like actually a couple episodes. She co-hosted with us for a couple times. And she's just like us. Like we're all kind of emotional and high energy and a little bit high stress. And Ray's like the opposite.
The human version of melatonin.
This is right, exactly. Now, my husband is nothing like that. My husband is also kind of resonates on a high frequency. Yours is too, but in a happy way. He's like,
yes, mine is a happy high frequency.
Wrong. Everything's great. Stop worrying, Mary. Everything's cool right now. Let's do a shot.
Everything is fucking fantastic. Yes.
It's not bad to have a Ray in your life. That's all I'm saying.
No, not at all.
Anyway, I wish them a long and happy life.
Yes,
to the
long and happy life.
Mazel tov.
Mazel tov, baby.
Mazel tov, baby. Kevin, Kayla, and Tiffany.
Yes.
Okay, y'all. Now this is coming to the part of the podcast where I've done like 3 shots.
Yes, and I'm just going to sit here and light my blunt.
Why don't you go ahead and introduce the? Okay, let's not let me just take over here.
Yes,
okay?
I'm going to let Brianna channel her inner auntie.
No one could be auntie like auntie.
But I'm going to let you channel your inner auntie.
Okay. Kayla took exception to our last episode where I said that perhaps she was a bit mentally unstable and that I had seen her in our DMs talking to Mary and that there was a little mental instability going on there. Mind you, I also owned my own mental instability. I told everyone I took medication. And so I was not like trying to put her down in ways I don't put myself down. Anyway, she freaked out on Mary because I don't usually talk. Because I'm just too special to be on Instagram. No, I'm just too busy. Every once in a while, I check in.
Brianna has a day job.
I have a day and more than one now. Now I'm freelancing too. So I have a lot going on. And also I fucking hate social media. I seriously hate it. So, and I had said something about Mary chats people up and is nice to them. So we get interviews, which is true. But if Mary tells you she's your friend, that is true. I'm not saying Mary's a liar or insincere. This is the most sincere woman I know. And this is my best girl right here. This is my best friend. Like I trust her with my life. She will never fucking lie to you. She's nice to everyone. And she's been very kind to Kayla. Well, Kayla took great exception at what I said on the podcast. And she took it to mean that Mary was being fake and chatting her up just to get an interview with her. And sorry, babe, you're not that interesting that we need to interview you. So she mentioned something about, she called me her drunk ass co-host and Mary's little friend. To which I say, girl, have you seen yourself? Because on this episode is the perfect episode. She's drunk ass all the time and acting like a fucking crazy person. Now, if you want to see any evidence of the need for antidepressants, just look at who you are fucking. Now, until I see evidence and an OnlyFans to the contrary, showing that he's got the monster times two, Kevin is a fucking prick and not in a good way. And you are getting your knickers in a twist over this man who's like so upset. He thinks we're begging him for an interview. No, we're not. We ask people to interview with us because we know people want to hear from cast members. That is what we do. We do recaps, but let's be real. What we're best at is interviewing. Okay. She's all upset and she called me Mary's little drunk ass little friend. Fuck you, Kayla. And now I did respond to it. I admitted to saying that I also felt that I was mentally unstable. And she said, I said what I said. And I said, and me too, girl. Let it stay there. There's nothing else to say. This is a fake storyline. This is a bunch of bullshit. Anyone who's so upset about her relationship with Kevin, the fucking truck driver who calls women a fucking bitch, like whatever the hell he calls her, like whatever. If you think he's some prize, go ahead, suck that guy's dick. I don't care. Don't care about you. Don't care about Kevin. We're not interested, Kevin. We don't want you on our podcast. It's over. Anything else? Oh, yeah. And Kevin has a kid. Do you have anything to add to this?
No, that pretty much covers it all.
Yes, Kayla's trash, so is Kevin. Capricorn 11 says just standing next to them, you can catch an STD for reals. And not the kind you can cure with penicillin. Like she calls me a drunk ass bitch. I do because it's like I got to get over the nerves so I can talk to like the entire universe on a podcast. Like I'm a writer. I don't even see people in person. Like I'm so antisocial. She's just wasted and fucking unstable with this fool who like what drives a truck for a living and is dating combat, like whatever. There's nothing to say. There's nothing to say except, Kayla, Mary really probably was your friend. I am not your friend, nor will I ever be your friend. And we're lucky we don't live in the same state because you might be drunk, I might be drunk, but I know Kung Fu. Let me just leave it right there.
I just burned the shit out of my knee.
The way Kevin does women, he's not a good role model for his kid. I know. And his kid looked cooler than him anyway.
I just have two things I actually wanted to bring up about the Kevin
Probably
segment.
anything interesting. Not me. Sorry.
My husband, as we were watching the episode, during the Kevin segment, said he's a dick 4 times. Okay, as he was watching the segment, he kept going, he's a dick. He's a dick. And he said it 4 times. And during that segment where Kevin was talking about the Tiffany and Kayla situation in front of his son, Brian turned to me and said, how could he be talking about that in front of his son? What's wrong with that fucking guy?
And this is a man who just got his son so drunk at the bar in Cancun, he puked on the table. So if you...
Okay, so these are the 2 things that I just wanted to bring up.
I agree.
So that's it. We can move on.
Okay, let's move on to Peppy and Amber.
Puppy's having a puppy.
Oh, no. If there's anyone who was less ready for motherhood, it is this woman and her heavy lashes.
Oh, my God. Now, first of all, you know it's bad when your first reaction is, why do I have to tell my baby daddy?
Well, no, it's bad when your friend is like, bitch. Like when the pregnancy test is so positive that the plus just comes up like this. Girl, pregnant, you're pregnant.
But her reaction was when she was like, are you going to tell Eric? She said, why? Because
now, strangely, I understand this. Why would you tell him? It's not. I bet you that guy has like 4 kids that they haven't brought up already.
Oh God,
he's disgusting. Puppy needs to get to the clinic, but it might be too late now. Yeah, like I support everyone's right to choose.
So do I.
I do, and I'm certainly never going to tell anyone to go get an abortion. But I am saying I'm not sure that this woman is ready to be a mother. There are other alternatives. Do whatever is right for you. But yeah, why should she tell Kevin? Is he committed? Kevin? What's his name? Eric. Sorry.
Kevin.
Eric of the matching clothing. Sorry. Pardon me.
Eric of the orthopedic
Puppy can barely take care of herself. I agree, Black Lavender. She can't take care of herself.
Puppy needed Amber to wipe her butt. Come on.
I need Amber to wipe my butt too. Amber's like the most stable friends you could ever have.
Yes, Amber is the stable friend.
Love Amber.
Amber is
I could use like 5 Amber. Who does not need Amber in their life?
Amber is like, bitch, what the fuck are you gonna do?
Yeah.
But Brianna, the fucking camera crew in the bathroom, and Puppy sitting on that. First of all, what I really want to know is why did they go to a gas station convenience store and not like a CVS or a fucking Walgreens or something like that?
Does it really make a difference?
Yes, the bathroom, because
it's more gross at the gas station.
Yes,
maybe it was a very clean bathroom at the gas station.
I don't know.
Black Lavender says puppies should have taken that pregnancy test at home instead of in the nasty.
And that was my second point. Why didn't they go back to like Amber's apartment or Puppy's house or something? Like why?
Here's why. Because this is life after Lockup.
Thank you.
And this is like the trashiest show on TV, with the possible exception of Bachelor in Paradise. That is why.
Okay. Yes.
Okay.
Yes,
and if you watch this, check yourself. We must be all trashy that we're watching this. It's gross. We're gross. We're watching it. We're encouraging this shit. Like I don't want Puppy to be a mom.
I don't want Puppy to be a mom either. Who the fuck are you kidding?
I'm not saying she should have an abortion. I'm not. Every woman needs to make a choice for themselves. I just do not think that this woman can take care of herself, let alone another human being.
Oh, please. So, yes.
Yeah. But also, like, who lets a camera crew watch them on the toilet peeing and taking a pregnancy test? She's worried about peeing in front of Amber. Like,
because she has a camera in her
all face. Of North America is watching you sitting on the toilet peeing on a stick, girl.
That's the least of your problems, girl.
Yeah, and I mean, I feel like we should leave this podcast here, which is just that. Whenever you think that you have hit your personal bottom, just remember this moment and say, hey, at least that's not me.
Yeah, exactly. Just go, you know something? At least I'm not sitting in a gas station
toilet
with
in like Missouri or wherever the fuck they live, with a camera crew watching me take a pregnancy test. You're fine.
Yes,
you are fine.
It'll be okay. It'll all be okay. Don't you worry.
I hope so. I just hope so. And I don't want any unwanted babies being brought into the world. So if she did have that baby, I hope that some deserving family who can take care of that baby is taking care of that baby right now. That's all I'm going to say. And if Puppy's taking care of that baby, I hope she has resources. I hope she's gotten her shit together mentally. blah, 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 blah.
Exactly.
Yeah. There is just nothing else to say.
No, there isn't.
This podcast just really started out all wrong. We should have ended with Deontay's monster.
Blame it on the monster. That's all I have to say.
I blame you for
blame it on
me.
the monster.
I'm not saying I like screenshotted that picture or anything.
Brianna's not going to make it her wallpaper or anything. Not at all.
I didn't. Daonte, you got my number, babe. Anyway, we love you all. If you have anything else to say, throw it in the comments now, because I gotta go make dinner.
Thank you guys for watching.
Finish doing my laundry. It's Sunday night. Monday's a work day.
Hit that like button.
Yeah, hit that like button. Subscribe. Share with a friend.
And that's it.
And we love you.
Yes, we love you.
Stay cool. Be yourself. See you at all the parties.
Yes.
Take care now.
Bye.
Bye. And thanks again for the super chat. Capricorn.